Fire, what you saying?
Yes, we saw it in the circle again.
Big time. We are here again, Ballhead and the Dread podcast after a wonderful, nice, needed break. Give thanks for everyone been supporting the thing from those times to now. Still saw people been checking in. I haven't been on social media, so I haven't seen any messages, but those who reached out personally, we still here, Fire. We did.
Some of the people I'm worried.
All right, Fire, what we reasoning about today?
Well, we're gonna talk about we seem to be like the national dish of Jamaica now, KFC. See, can you realize, the way fast food take over places like Jamaica and a whole heap of small island places in the Caribbean. It's almost like say them responsible for the culture now and not the culture responsible for them. Normally when a fast food restaurant go in a particular culture, say for example, like you have a McDonald's go in India, you realize it take on to Indian culture, it can't sell the beef. It not gonna sell the beef and think cow is sacred to them people there. And it's certain thing, but in Jamaica, it's like a different format. It's a whole heap of angle for approach reason from,
No, serious thing. I know you were down in Jam Rock for a while. I was down in Jam Rock. And as we drive by, because I haven't had KFC in over maybe like personally, period, maybe 12 years. But in Jamaica, I haven't had KFC since I was like a kid. So I can't remember the taste. Cause I know people always talk about Jamaicans and Americans talk about this great experience with KFC, but it's much deeper than that because as you mentioned before, with globalization and markets being open, a lot of fast food chains started to go into these countries. Jamaica's no different. I believe KFC started like in the late 70s. And I know currently they have over 30 locations in Jamaica, which is kind of crazy. If you think about it, Fire, the fact that they have 30 locations across the island. And there are but so many main cities in the island, and it has over 30 locations. Before we get into the reasoning, I just wanted to point out something that was pretty interesting to me. So I just want to make sure everybody knows the thing as Best Dressed Chicken, right? But it's really Jamaica Boilers Group. And I found it very interesting that they have been able to keep the importation of chicken at bay. Now, chicken is imported to Jamaica, or the ability to import it, but I guess the tariff is so high, the tax is so high, people don't do it. Things that are imported is like chicken back and chicken neck, I believe, but KFC doesn't use those products, right? Supposedly now also, KFC does buy from Jamaican producers. I'm not sure if that takes place of the taste, but that's an economic standpoint. We're talking from a social and a health standpoint, how KFC has not only impacted the social structure of Jamaica, which is pretty wild, but also Fire the health. Let me tell you this. Every KFC that I pass, right? The line, you remember, was it Quad and Asylum and those type of clubs? Fire the line at KFC is longer than these type of places, and it's unbelievable. Because my mother said she said this is every single day. Every single day.
Yeah, man.
People on their
Facts.
cell phones standing in line in KFC. Now, there's a couple issues that comes with this, right? I spoke to Knife about it. When the reasoning comes out, you hear about it and hear his perspective. But something transitioning Jamaica in regards to being a home cooked meal society to a fast food society. And there are other places down there now that got me going. I believe I saw Pizza Hut been there, but I think Little Caesars, I saw Little Caesars down there. Popeyes is down there in a certain place now from what I was.
Yeah, Popeyes and Wendy's.
Wendy's
too,
bugged out to me. I know Burger King been down there, Original Foundation fast food in Jamaica. But the Popeyes was kind of wild to me in the Little Caesars, because Little Caesars not even a famous chain over here. It's kind of some little thing. But yeah, Fire, what do you believe is like, when did that transition take place from eating more at home, or even if you did eat out, it was more a cooked meal, traditional Jamaican food, instead of, because KFC is just fried food. The chicken is fried, and the chips, I'm not sure if they're doing fries now. When I used to go as a kid, they used to do chicken and chips, like literal chips. So I don't know if they're doing fries now. You have the biscuit, the mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is a big staple now in Jamaican culinary. I don't know when that started to take place. That's pretty odd. Even the mashed potatoes, I'm seeing people eat like certain dishes with mashed potatoes. So, but when you think this thing started to transition in regards to like I'm on a fast food vibe?
You know, say, all right, it was like a delicacy in a sense to a lot of people. When I think about it from even like all a primary school time when I go primary school, and that's like around 2000 and early 2000s. And then now when you transition now and you come towards the 2010 era, well, 2010 era now, you see, it's like a solid. Them time where I left high school now and thing like a solid now where everybody now know say a them thing that them want for them dinner. You see me, I say, and them don't really want to cook no more. So I really around them time then. Cause let me tell you something. You see the rise a fast food as a everyday thing in places like Jamaica come hand in hand with social media. So you see the time when social media start take over everybody's life now, you see everybody just start pick video things instead of LP plan and all of them things there. One thing I notice, I'm sure of this, two of them rise on the same particular trend line. So social media timing now, so more my generation now start move from adolescent going transcending towards an adult. At them time they really see the culture shift start take place. And at that, for a fact, we know say that really the timing. Around 2010, them time, they know. So it'll go on to about a 12-year, 13-year span now. Where that itself, it really go up more and more in the people and want to get fast food as the main meal. No, as opposed to home cooked thing. And you see, it really get out of, I don't know.
No, fine. We give thanks for that clarification because we want people to always that KFC has been there. It's not the fact that KFC has not been there. In my experience, KFC was like, if I remember, we snuck KFC in the Rebel Salute when it was in Elizabeth and Port Kaiser. Because that time it wasn't a original Rebel Salute fight. It wasn't nut near to eat, but raw peanuts, raw cane juice, and probably some fruit. But anyway, that's like you with KFC. Like even the beach, you didn't take it. In my experience, it's more you get some fish at the beach or something, but it wasn't taking KFC. KFC was like some little random late night thing. Matter of fact, the only time I ate KFC, thinking about it, was late at night. My cousins took me out late at night, but I don't remember like having KFC and then eating in any family member's house as the meal for that day. In my personal experience, I don't recall that, and I spent a lot of time in Jamaica. So respect to the whole Spain Town family there. The Mills, Julie B, Damien, the whole crew, Miss Mills. But even when I used to go to St. Catherine high school there, what's that, St. John's Road or the Brunswick, somewhere around there. But anyway, it's the box lunch.
John's Road.
John's Road, right? Yeah. One rough place to tell you the truth. It was box lunch. It was the chicken and the rice and the cabbage, which was very sweet. It was very sweet at the time, right? So that used to carry the vibe. But a couple aspects with this KFC thing becoming a national dish. One, it's the greatest example of globalization, because you stated before initially that this KFC became a delicacy. It became something you wanted. It became some type of what do you want to say, prestige in a sense, right? And I noticed that also because when we were in Montego Bay, my wife wanted something from Starbucks and I got it, but I noticed a lot of teenagers in there also. So I was looking at the price, because the price is way higher than what you would pay in America. And I was checking the teenagers, then divide with the social media. So it's really a prestige thing, because how can a teenager afford almost a $10 drink or $11 drink, So we have the globalization, we have a foreign company, and we all know that people have this yearning to engage in foreign products, whether it be clothes or culinary. Then on the backside now, it kind of breeds a laziness, because you have something very high in fat, very tasty as fried, that you can eat. I take it fills the average person up if you get all these other things. And another aspect too, Fire, is work schedules, right? We have to acknowledge that, because that's how fast food has been able to rise so much. As people work more, you leave at 6, 7, you're not coming back till no. That's not, go ahead. Say what you say. Not Jamaica.
In generally speaking, that is the means where fast food come in and play a role in people's life, right? In Jamaica, that's not that it might play a role. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a percentage where people probably just leave work and all of this thing and tired and have to go grab the KFC. But KFC now become more of a cultural type of thing to identity to them. Let me show you a fact. Or you mentioned globalization. Let me show you the real negative impact of this globalization with the KFC example in Jamaica. A parish like St. Thomas, a traditional parish, I get a lot of development, road work, and all of these infrastructure. I really just a developing of the parish there. A lot of people have it to St. Thomas is not even a parish. That is a statement in Jamaica. St. Thomas is not a real parish as yet. And when you think about why, you think that infrastructure them that attack are. So no, they might tell us they're not a KFC. And this is the real thing. So look on the economics of this thing now. How economics play a role in this thing. And the people them now realize it's a detriment towards for themselves. And it's not just a bashing. Because people are leave St. Thomas, seeing after you leave St. Thomas, go through all of the road them where it take place, extra money to cost them, fear, for just go get KFC, for come back in a St. Thomas so them can get that. And mind you, this is a place where a traditional place, a lot of places, if them eat meat, them have a lot of different places where can cook meat to a certain level and a certain standard, but it's just a thing in the mind. But tell them say them need to have KFC, and if them not have KFC, them is not a part of the status quo, so to speak. So them will leave St. Thomas, go in another parish now, go through all of the struggles them, just so that when it go cost them more, and the same people them go complain, say them they're up on the lower ladder of the economical scale. But them go out of them way to get this thing. So while the statement that they make true, it not really applicable in a high percentage to Jamaica. I tell you the truth. It's based upon observation and based upon first-hand knowledge. So if I first party data, I'm sure no, this is the first party data where me can tap into and make the IM know that.
No, we give thanks for the clarification. So the food would be like clothes in a sense. Like you would want American form of clothes or
an iPhone status, man.
Right? But this is the part though, right? Now, obviously people don't have access to the clothes because it's has a higher price tag. But the unfortunate part with the food is the consistency of consuming it. So in regards to the health aspect, because I remember one time we were doing something. I had to go to TBJ with Ibomar, right? And when you go there, you're in the back and they call you out to do an interview. So one of the people there was with some health organization. She was speaking about obesity in Jamaica. If I had, it really threw me for a loop because yes, you have a lot of collarbone walking around in Jamaica, but when you pre, there's a lot of obese people. So it's like, but you have obese people, right? Then you have what you want to call it, low income people. And I know it's a lot of snacks and this and that, but a lot of the food they eat is really fried. And when you Jamaica diet, not the healthiest diet too, Fire. Enough people talk about cooked food and this and that, because like a lot of the stuff is just straight up fried festival, fried dumpling, fried fish, fried chicken. Patties are so unhealthy. I want to clarify, people, listen to this. I never made a patty because at the time I was eating meat. I never made a patty. So I made a patty after I stopped eating meat. So obviously I couldn't use the butter. But when I looked at the original recipe, I wasn't aware of that because ignorance is bliss. I wasn't aware of how much butter you had to put in, layers of butter to get the patty crust crispy, Fire. You can make a yachty with some spelt and some little, it is not going to have the same energy as that, but you better work with that if you care about your health. Throw some lentils in there, some chickpeas or some veggies, whatever you want. But the Fire, curry goat, everything is seared before. My man used to cook curry chicken, and my curry chicken used to be sweet. Don't get it twisted, yo. We're not gonna lie about it, right? But that's seared. I guess jerk chicken's grilled, but everything is like borderline fried before it's cooked down. Brown fish fried. It's fried fish with a brown stew sauce with butter, rice and peas, depending on who make enough butter in there. Cabbage is straight butter. Don't get it twisted. So
me have a reason about the cabbage part. Let's go and talk about the beef part because me have some direct problems in Jamaica. You see me that Jamaica now? Me that Jamaica now, and as a man on the move, you see fruits is that thing when me make sure I have it. If I never have it before, Jamaica have a meat culture, overall, So Jamaica is a full-blown meat culture. Jamaica and cater for vegetarians and people who deal with the ital thing, unless you go to a one man who have a ital shop or a thing like that. That's what the levels now. It's like if I tell them, sorry, so we want vegetable, them say that we have vegetable. So when you go and check out what the vegetable is, it's either two things: callaloo or cabbage. And first thing, you can't eat cabbage every day because cabbage is a thing where it can make you have gas. See? And if you eat too much of it, gastroenteritis, that's so right after the fact that so you can eliminate the cabbage more while. So you're stuck with callaloo now, and the people them overstand. So there's many more varieties of vegetable. Because I feel like the knowledge level in Jamaica when it comes to vegetable is very, very low. Them outcast it so much as like at one time. So Rasta thing that you realize you have an upper echelon of society who eat healthy and but them certain things them get from overseas, like you talk about chickpea and all of them something there. You have certain places, but you see when you go them place the fire, I forgot buy even nothing like me tell you say $5,000. Every time you plan for go a shop where sell anything where for deal with vegetarian, just know say $5,000 one time it gone, And me not talk about the biggest thing on the menu neither. That's the levels where them put it for vegetarian. So them put in a small box, then you have to go to certain places now for grab these things. And when you have to grab these things now, then the economics come into play again. You have to make sure so you're very high on the economic ladder for even maintain the lifestyle, because the culture itself overall not care about vegetable. And they talk about the obesity now. That's one of the main reasons. And then we got add on that now, the obsession for even places like KFC. It's like it's spiral out of control.
And I just have to think about the addictive nature of certain foods, right? Because think about it now. Even though Jamaican culinary is unhealthy, it is tasty. Right? We can't go around that. So we're not gonna go around that, But I wasn't no beans and greens man my whole life. So all right. So we have this culinary here on the island that's extremely tasty to the palate, right? Pleasing. But then now you have a man order a pizza. You get what I'm saying? Or order like a Burger King and it doesn't add up. Now, I'm not saying the person can indulge once in a while if that's their thing, like they want a burger or this and that. But right, there's a lot of food in Jamaica that tastes so good. Why are you on that? So I think we have to factor in like the addictive nature of the seasoning fire. I don't know if it's banging the dopamine or something, but it has to be something there. Also, too, what I noticed, especially as a man that used to drink, it's a correlation between liquor and meat fire. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can speak for myself, A man that used to drink and eat a lot of meat. And I can't lie to you, Jamaica is a rum country. I don't hear nothing about Jamaica no herb country, yo. That's the next misconception when you talking about Jamaica being no marijuana country. Jamaica is an alcohol country. Don't get it twisted. And what I
next reasoning that the whole to because I want to tell us foreign economics take over marijuana in Jamaica. What go on reason?
One, I heard the marijuana in Jamaica trash now, right? And also what I noticed too, a lot of people when they burn it, I think it's more style. It's like a style. Like in the 70s, I guess you hold a cigarette, but they're not burning the split fire. Because any herbalist or ganja man not gonna be on one spliff all day. It don't work. But some people had the one spliff all day in the ear corner. So I think it's more style. But I just want to clarify, Jamaica is not a marijuana country. It's a rum country. But fire, I guess as you said, the correlation with social media, the ignorance. But I just think the taste. I think people got captured by the taste. And, for many people, maybe that's what brings them joy in their life. Same thing with sugar, It's sad to say, but unfortunately for many people, food is their only joy in life. We have to acknowledge it's just the reality of the situation. It's just, I can't say it's a sad situation. People are on different levels. People are going through different things, but I guess a man like really nothing going on in life and it's pure separation. And the only joy he has is KFC. So that's the next social issue in regards to the mind frame of the people and the mental health of the people, because people depend on food. It's quite evident by the waistlines of the population. Like people are, and I want to clarify this, Fire. I know you gotta be step the line. I just want to be clear. This is not fat shaming, all right? I don't know what fat shaming is. All we're doing is analyzing a situation. I took my family there to Doctor's Cave, right? Doctor's Cave Beach in Montego Bay. And I want to tell you that if you were just a normal body person, you were like in the 3% on the beach or 5% on the beach. This is both for foreigners and Jamaicans. I know people blamed it on COVID. COVID's done. You figure, I know people go through certain situations where you shed the weight, but we as a Western world, because most of these people, the people that were there were more from Texas and Louisiana, from a cruise ship, right? Because we spoke to them. But even Jamaicans themselves, the waistline is big. And this is not a visual thing. That's not the issue. The issue is health. You can't carry excess weight, fire. It just doesn't work. And if something hasn't gotten to you yet, eventually it will, because there's too much going on. And that's the thing. I think when people talk about fat shaming, they're more focused on visual or this acceptance of weight. I'm not trying to straight the argument, fire, right? But this acceptance of weight. And you can love yourself, but at the same time, you got to put yourself in this position where you could be healthy and work at an optimal level for yourself and those around you. But yeah, fire, this I don't know, man. It's tricky, especially for the younger generation. As you said, it is a vibe. It is a status thing to, partake in these things. The only thing with that is, like, say you spend off your last money on a pair of Jordans. Yeah, it may be a mental issue in regards to insecurity, and it may be an issue in regards to finances. But the food is an everyday hit at your body. That's the problem with the food compared to other things. Yes, people do the same behavior in other aspects of their life. But the fact that you're consuming something that's detrimental to your body on a daily basis, clogging up your arteries, it can't work.
You know, something else we're going to touch yet in regards to this topic is a very thing. A lot of people are going to laugh, but it's a reality. We talk about economics, we talk about the globalization, and we talk about the health and all of this thing. KFC play a role in the pimp culture in Jamaica, you know. I want everybody know this, you know. It's not, and even though I laugh, it's a serious thing, you know. Watch these levels now. You see, if you, as a youth, said to all the people that yearn for KFC, especially the female them, you know. I'll make sure put it out there. The female them especially yearn for KFC even more than the male them, you know. So you see, because of that now, this pimp culture thing where KFC contribute to the pimp culture. And I want to tell you, say, if you can buy a girl a piece of chicken, see, you and her good enough because she like that. If you can make sure she have her chicken, that is like a whatever they call it, like a romantic type of ideal towards a lot of the young ladies them in the country itself. So from a man can buy them a piece of chicken, them can submit themselves towards him, and sexual intercourse can take place and all of these things. So, and that become like a norm where if I talk to all a girl now, she want you go bring her out for go to a KFC drive through if you go buy meat now. So this thing can happen. And that is something where really, really overlook, because it show me say the value where most of the girls put towards themselves is very, very low. And them not really stand for nothing from a moral standpoint. And then when you think about the aspect of that now, it's like from one unhealthy mindset, the concept of that are very, very unhealthy. But the means of how the concept they carried out is true unhealthy pleasure itself again, which is the fried food that's there. So again, on top of that, so so much unhealthy consumption that right there, so and it'll lead towards unhealthy, probably unhealthy relationship on top of that again.
I just got to defend the sister on one thing, then we can finish the argument. Is listen what I'm saying, right? The fact of the social situation in Jamaica where many men are unemployed and unemployable, the amount of men a woman has access to is very limited. Because it seems like everybody's sharing this small group of men in our reality. You know, it's not a vast group. It's like literally like this man, and that's another issue, I guess, why people struggle with the economics. And maybe that's why they're so dark and desperate for money, because they're with so many women. And a lot of these interactions are costly. You have to pay to play. It's not a free interaction. But the desperation of the women now, because you have a male pool that's very limited, and you got to pick. And we know how it go already, Fire. You got this man for the sub phone bill, 2 men to contribute to the rent. This man help with this. So it's like it's a open whoring culture. we need to redefine prostitution because a lot of people don't identify what they're doing as prostitution. You know, this is in America also, fight. That's the next reason to make sure you just log this down so we could talk about it. But
big time,
no,
big
facts,
time.
facts, you know, but it's just like how things are set up is not an equal. There are not enough men that make a livable wage for this thing to work.
Keyword livable wage, because if you realize a lot of the thing now, keyword, it's straight facts,
so
you know.
if you really break it down, it's kind of like they have no option. In all reality, on basic survival. Period. You get what I'm saying? Because it's just like it's really no op. You have to whore yourself out, not even to the highest bidder, to somebody with something. And it's just a known fact. And for some reason now, I guess men can't handle it because they act like they don't know what's going on. I guess that's one of the reasons for the high murder thing down there, because they must know already, Fire, she got 10 different men. You must know this already. Yo. I don't know why you're so shocked when you find out, like, you get what I'm saying? And it's not like you a man got money that could fully take care of her and just take care of everything. If you taking care of the phone bill, Fire, she got all these other bills that need to be taken care of. The job she work at, obviously you a sensible person. You know that's not making no money. So how's she doing all these things? Somebody else is helping her. She not with you all the time. But then now I guess they get in their head and carry on. But that's the next reasoning. But no, I just wanted to say that. Anyway.
The youth them think them special, you know. They say this is the thing. Everybody's generic and think them special. So you see, this what I talk about is an actual poor people economics this. In a whole, all long you talk in a whole 2 minutes in a fight. It's not a joke thing, you know. It's just that happened that KFC happened to be one of the factors them we are reason about right now, and probably one of the main factors because that are the status.
KFC would be a form of currency in this situation, right?
Of course, that is really what it is.
Because it covers the meal, and depending on how ignorant and where they're from, in all reality and exposure, because they cover a meal and they give them some status at the time. So like you knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, and in return you get some sexual satisfaction, and it's off to the next thing. And like it's sad. No, Fire is sad. Like people don't. It happens here in America too, because we need to redefine prostitution. I think we really need to redefine prostitution because a lot of women engaging in prostitution, Fire, but they're not identifying themselves as such. And when I say prostitution, I don't mean you have to be walking out on the street or waiting in the hotel. I'm talking about working women.
Yeah, straight
working women, respected women are engaging in acts that are prostitution. You are trading sex for other services. Not services, what do you want to call it? Things. Whether it's in kind, you know what the show they talk about in kind sponsorship. It may not be monetary, but it may be a trip. It may be a bill taken care of, maybe a piece of clothing, it may be a shoes, but you got that through giving up sex. And y'all not in no relationship like that. So I don't know, you know, and they need to stop looking down on those who just do it out in the open, call it is what it is, because it's hypocritical. Because you're doing the same thing, maybe a little more structured, or your payout may be a little more high end, but you're still selling your body for material goods. And here go the cold part. A lot of them don't even need it, Fire. They could buy their own bag. They just want a high-end bag. Or they could pay their own rent, but they want to live in one next place. You know, but I don't want to stray too much from the argument. Anybody
no, it's not straying enough. It's not straying enough, Fire. I'm going to tell you this. What I say is something unnecessary. Don't feel like say is a different topic. It's so close-knitted that sometimes it's very hard to separate it. That's why I'm going to tell you that this is the part where a lot of people don't speak about. It's a thing where it's like the mind start conceive one particular idea and feel like say this is the reality when it's not the reality, Fire. The stigma thing, you know, stigma is not a joke thing, you know, because even this food thing, there's so much stigma it reveal where prostitution take place, but nobody not identify it as prostitution. And then the next thing now you see what the people what they bring forward and if we emphasize to is where ones that I get this thing confused, and need and I want is 2 different things, Fire. Because and they so a lot of the ones them get caught in a trap again.
Fire, that's the KFC, sorry to cut you.
Is a want.
Sorry to cut you, Fire, but that is the source of people's financial problems, yo. They don't know a need versus a want. They generally don't. Then the thing that they want, they don't even know why they want it. That's the next, but next man told you to go want that. It's not a need. And that is just basic fact. That's why people finances in turmoil. You know how much people I know make money till they can't make no more money and they still broke. Everybody equate income with no, it's not the income. It's the financial literacy and the discipline. Because then some people have the financial literacy, but they don't implement the practices. You got to obtain the information and apply to get your house in order financially. Right? Sorry to cut you fire. But I just want to say, go ahead. Yeah, but I just want to say, anybody going to Jamaica, right? If you are a meat eater, do your thing. But check out the lines. Check out the lines at Club KFC fire. They're open. I don't know that. I don't know if they. I don't know the hours. Matter of fact, they do open early. I remember one time I went downtown Montego Bay with my pops, and it was early. I want to say around. And I don't know if I'm tripping, but I swear it's around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. They open.
Yeah, man. Cop, I'm not lying.
And the place stick fire because it wasn't a line yet. It wasn't a line outside yet, but you could see it was stick because I saw nothing but backs at the window. But if I had KFC not playing around with the people, yeah, believe you me, you know. And if I was a wicked man, I probably invested them.
All right, watch the levels there too. You see, I mean, I'll go far with the economics a quick little second again, plus add the tie in with the PM culture too. Because, all right, you see, on a youth now, I make minimum wage. Some work as security guard or whatever. Minimum wage about 9,500 a week.
And clarify, that's $54 US for the entire week for a 40-hour work week.
You see that?
I just want to clarify for people because people think $9,000 in Jamaica. I don't know what they be thinking. It is $54 for working 40 hours for the week if you get paid too. That's a different argument too. If you actually get paid.
You see that? You see that? So if you say if you are gonna deal with say 9 4s now at 36. Seen, and you put a $2,000 to top up on that now, so 38 so 38,000 a month now. A youth to make when week time come now, him have to remember say if him a go pay rent, you know, that there is a two, you know, if light bill have to go pay, you know, I know say man probably a bridge light and them thing there sometime, but light bill go have to pay other bills, other necessities there where man have to go deal with at the same time. Plus on top of that now, this KFC thing now, where ones have to make sure them all a budget all KFC and for them thing now. And I feel like so see just by doing that now, I want to get this thing taught, say, okay, no sense I need now. Because this KFC thing come like it's a set mandatory bill, you know. Because to me, the people them pressure the thing in it. Very important, just like the necessities we need in your life, you know. Rather than the people them overstand say, yeah, but once in a while I gotta do them thing there, that's cool. But what about if they them just say, all right, well, I set a thing on the girl says she's hungry, you know, but what you know? We cook some food. We have something we can serve even 1 or 2 days. We go back at work. We have something we can probably bring for lunch too. And yes, so much things save them. But at the same people them now, where come now, so this is the crucial part. At the same people them come have the bigger mindset and pressure you when you wanna give them the food. Because them feel like say you obligated to give them money, you know. And you obligated to give them money for go do the things them when not benefit them, nor them life. And then them gonna fall back in a state like say, okay, somebody. They might tell you, say, you now move right now, you know, because you obligated for support them lifestyle. So you say, oh, so much corruption fall in just one place all over this. Was there is a club KFC where everybody will have a giant. So I don't know, the joke thing is a serious thing.
Fire, when did the chef pan? I don't want to stretch out the argument too much, but when did the people stop taking chef pan to work? I remember that was the thing. Everybody took their lunch to work unless you were at a place where they provided lunch at that vibe.
It does a mindset. I'm sure you said it's just the discipline the people them are lose. So you see, the time span them is something where you could like get time span on certain things, but discipline over a while I realized it Jamaica alone, but it's just to them people I get caught and you realize that the indiscipline that drive them down. You often notice it even more than outside of the world because the indiscipline and the unruliness of people in places like Jamaica. Jamaica is a model unruly place. I can't tell that. A model unruly place where them do so much things towards them detriment, where don't benefit them, but them feel like say them so bold and it's something where them even boast about and come tell you about, you know. So that's what Jamaica is a unique case in a fire. And that's something that we once really need to identify and really need to dig into, you know, And if we not dig into it, best believe so we're gonna be a nation where plunder and plunder, you know. And all who go want to make it look like say a rant with us a rant or with us a talk, or because we're vegetarian or because we not eat meat. No. We identify these things. I'm sure if them stop for 1 second, them can identify so them thing will lead towards them detriment too.
And you know, we need to add fire. We never reason about cell phone addiction in Jamaica. I'm a observant man. I really just observe people and observe people's behaviors, observe my own behaviors. Yo, they using that cell phone more than the average American. Yo, no, the thing out of hand, like people, because I'm just trying to pre down. What's up with the data? Everybody was talking about they don't got no data and this and that, but everybody on their phone 24/7. Anything somebody have to wait. They just I don't know. So I'm just trying to figure out like what I don't know. Cell phone use down there on a different level, yo. I don't know if it's social anxiety. I don't know if it's stress to just calm them, but everybody is literally on their cell phone 24. Everybody on the cell. I should have took a picture, man. Everybody was on their cell phone at the KFC, like KFC line went way back. Now one person was talking to each other, everybody was on their cell phone. You know, but all right, so the thing back, we are back, Ballhead and the Dread I Never Knew TV. Hey, check out New Reasons here. The thing locked and overloaded, believe you me. Also, my brethren, if you didn't check his EP, Disrupting the Status Quo link is there. Also, performances for Chin Down Baltimore. Check him out on the YouTube channel. Freddie McGregor was there. Autarchii, Jerry Harris, Ibamar, Chino, right? So make sure you check that out. But check out the new videos there. Also, I'm on the air every Sunday, WLOY.org, spinning roots rock, reggae music, lovers rock, keeping the vibes rolling. Sundays from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, WLOY.org. I Never Knew Radio. So we give thanks for everyone. Stay safe. And I guess, you know, if you have KFC this week, enjoy it. You know, no.